Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be Monte Ellis and the Golden State Warriors facing off against Tyreke Evans and the Sacramento Kings. Now let's get to Sacramento to listen in on Kevin Harlan for today's broadcast.
History in the making.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from Sacramento in California. 2K Sports brings you this broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and with me, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now, the Golden State Warriors starters. Monte and Curry in the backcourt. David Lee and Andres Beatrice up front, and it's Wright in at the three. And for Sacramento, Evans and Thornton in the backcourt. Hickson is out there with Salmons, and it's Cousins in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Curry, sinks the triple.
And how about Steph Curry in just his second season in the NBA, led the league in foul shooting, a great three-point shooter at over 40% from there. So this guy is an incredible marksman.
Here's Beatrice. Here's Ellis. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And he'll look for the three anytime he can get it, especially in transition.
And Steph Curry 2 seasons ago, the first rookie in NBA history to connect Clark on 45% from the floor, 40% from three-point territory, and then 85% from the free throw.
Yeah, that's an impressive list of shooting percentage numbers there. And, you know, last year he matched or bettered all his marks from his first season in the league. So he's clearly a guy who can be considered a legendary shooter, assuming he can be healthy and continue to play.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Paul Westphal.
Yes, closing out on shooters and contesting shots is something they talked about over and over in their pregame rundown. He said half of the battle when facing an offense like this is just bothering them when they pull up to shoot, and that every little bit helps and hopefully will wear them down. Consistency, guys, is the key to this defense.
Thanks, Doris. Well, Clark, that's a potent offense they're up against right now. They know it.
You know, I wouldn't doubt that we see them make a few adjustments on the move over the course of the game, in the flow, making changes.
And he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's his fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one. Well, the Warriors last season played the Eastern Conference teams to a draw as far as wins and losses. But in the Western Conference, which is obviously deeper, they were just 21 and 31.
Hickson against Lee. Ellis against Thornton. Lee with the ball. 5 on the clock. Over Evans. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Well, and for the Warriors, Steve, you just talked about that Western Conference record of 21 up and 31 down. A lot of shootouts, but how do they come away victorious?
Well, I think the front office has hit it on the head. I mean, they've said they focused on needing to get longer and stronger. In the West, you've got to have the bodies to bang with the big boys, so they've got to get not only longer, but stronger, bigger.
Francisco Garcia, he's checked in for Sacramento. There's Amundsen. He's checked in for the Warriors. Hickson. Ellis knocks it away. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 12-4 run. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Evans. Here's the break. And Curry picks him up defensively. And here's Evans. Kicks to Garcia. Gets a look. Gets it to go. Here's Ellis. Curry outside. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, Mark Jackson signed on with the Warriors this last summer. He could be a fit for them with his background as a pass-first point guard. He certainly talks like a coach when you hear him analyze games.
Here's Ellis. Open and close and nails it. Ellis has got 5 now. The Kings trailed by 6. Curry with the steal. Leads him in there. Goes up. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Curry. That's 7 points for Ellis.
Well, getting back to Mark Jackson for a minute, you know, his ability to mentor those young guards in Golden State will, I think, help the Warriors in a big way. They try to change the direction of that franchise and get back into the playoffs.
Some changes for Sacramento. Jason Thompson is checked in for Cousins. And it's Salmons in for J.J. Hickson. Andres Biedrins is checked in for Golden State. Williams comes in for Steph Curry. Here's Salmons. And the officials whistle a foul. On the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Salmons in his first full year with the Bucks couldn't match his play from the year before.
Steve, going back to Salmons, he saw his field goal percentage drop to 42% last year.
Well, he was due in large part because of the start of the season. He got off to a really, really difficult beginning, shooting under 40% for the first 3 months. Did finish strong, though, so hopefully he can build on that this season.
Here's Garcia. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, even though the Kings finished at the bottom of the Pacific Division last season, their in-division record wasn't bad, 7-9.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So talking about the Pacific, the division was really pretty weak last season, Steve, overall. You were a general manager in that division. You know it can be strong, has been, but not this past year.
No, the Suns were down a little bit. Sacramento obviously down as well, as we mentioned. But 7-9 in the division, you know, it doesn't feel too bad when you're Sacramento and you're really trying to. Rebuild for the future. Only question there was who was going to finish it. Easy, fast break.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they made the right call there, Steve.
And taken away by Ellis. Lifts up. Sacramento grabs the miss. 29 seconds left in the first. Here's Salmons. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thornton. And it's Eugene Jeter in for Tyreek Evans. And then for Golden State, David Lee checked in for Amundsen. Thornton comes in for Darrell Wright. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Monte Ellis. Here's Jeter. Tries to save it, out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. It'll count. He drained the shot right at the buzzer.
Cold-blooded. I mean, that's a big-time clutch bucket.
That is a prime-time play, guys. He got himself squared up and knocked down the shot, no problem.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5.
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lanes.
And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
Boy, it looked for a while like the Kings and Warriors wouldn't have the fierce NorCal rivalry anymore, but I'm glad to see it's still got a little life right now.
So with Ellis sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Mark Jackson. Curry at the 1 and Williams by his side at the 2. David Lee and Andres Pietrich up front, and it's Thornton in at the small forward. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, so confident is owner Joe Lacob that he has signed a contract with the Golden State Warriors fans. His goals include reaching the playoffs and having an all-star. And if these goals are not met, the fans will receive gifts and ticket price changes for each goal not met. A unique strategy to be sure, guys.
Thank you, Doris. We'll see how many of those goals they meet.
Yeah, you talk about backing up your talk. I mean, fans have to appreciate that gesture from the Warriors brass.
Udo kicks to Ellis. Stolen by Evans.
Turned it over there, but they built this lead by making the most of their possessions and keeping their turnovers really low.
This one for 3, and there's Ellis. That's good. On the assist by Curry. 12 points for Ellis.
Well, I like that. They ran to the three-point line and got an uncontested look there in transition.
Fires from 14, and Cousins gets it to go.
You know, Steph Curry is still trying to get better at the defensive end of the floor, and part of him doing that is going to be based on adding some strength because he's not super athletic. I think he's got good footwork and excellent hands, so strength will be able to help him.
You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
Curry with the steal, and here's the fast break. The finish, and it's slammed in by Ellis.
Defense wasn't able to get back. Fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
Some changes for Sacramento. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Cousins. Green comes in for Francisco Garcia. And it's Thornton in for Tyreek Evans. And then for Golden State, Andres Pietrich, he's checked in for Williams. Lee comes in for Al Thornton. And Darrell Wright has subbed in for Steph Curry. And for Steph Curry and Monte Ellis in the backcourt, the question continues to be raised, Steve, both 6'3", Can they defend well enough to be a winning backcourt in the NBA?
Well, it's going to be difficult because you think about so many of the great wing players who they have to defend. One or the other has to guard the wing player and the opponent every single night. So it wouldn't shock me to see these two guys maybe moved, maybe one of them moved to another team and bring in a bigger guard. We'll see.
Salmons for the three. Warriors leading by 10. Ellis kicks to Yuta from the wing. Offensive rebound. And it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work.
You know, he's the one guy you have to absolutely be aware of and box out. Uh-oh, a little bit of a step. Made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did.
Yep, pretty brash move right there, guys.
Shot's good by Lee.
You know, the hardest part of that play was getting to the rebound. After that, it was easy.
Knocked away. Jumps up, stuffs it through.
Old school, old-fashioned, one-hand power jam.
Just like you, Clark. Tried and true.
That's all he needed to do, just taking care of business out there.
You know, the Warriors weren't really what you would call a low field goal defensive team, but they did excel in the area of steals. They were quick, they were active, second in the league in taking the ball away.
This team just looking to run at every opportunity.
Circles around them is what they're doing. I mean, pushing the tempo and really enjoying an advantage there.
Salmons, no luck. Well, Warriors coming up with all those steals. Steve, they thrive in transition.
They sure do. You know, you've got to be able to convert defense into offense if you're Golden State, because in the half court, they're not very good defensively. And so this is a team that really has had to play a fast pace in order to succeed.
Now Udo working on Hickson. Udo inside, and he converts the layup. Udo's got his first 2 points.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Ellis on the double team. Thornton dishes to Salmons. Hickson up with it. He cans that one.
They've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Steven, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Thornton against Ellis. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Lee. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Lee's got 6 in the quarter.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
The shot by Hickson, no good.
Another board for them, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise. I mean, rebounding one of the true barometers in winning basketball games, and if you rebound better, you typically are going to win ball games and do it comfortably.
But you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. And we'll be right back here shortly from Sacramento.
And it's a blowout underway in Sacramento. Let's get to the HP halftime report. Hello, everybody. I'm Damon Bruce. A tremendous start for the Warriors. They've done a fantastic job pushing the break and the tempo, easy buckets in transition. Monte Ellis having a big-time game. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And slugging it out so far, the Sacramento Kings. We've seen them getting to the foul line, taking advantage of what the other team's giving them. They got some great minutes out of DeMarcus Cousins. He's got 4 points, also helped out with a pair of rebounds. Checking out the point leaders from both teams in this game, you know they're going to bring it again in the second half. And now we send you back to the broadcast. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke all coming up with the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Here's Evans. Evans and Thornton in the backcourt. Hickson is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Salmons in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Paul Westphal.
Well, David Lee's production last year with the Warriors, maybe a little step backwards from his years with the Knicks. But, of course, the offense changed. And in New York, he was the centerpiece of that Mike D'Antoni offense and really got more opportunity.
That should be illegal, Kevin.
Phenomenal play. Now the replay from the Sprite Slam Camp.
He's putting on a show out there.
Is he?
What else does he have up his sleeve?
Here's Ellis. He's got 22.
You know, when you think about the Kings finding a way to stay in Sacramento another year, a lot of that credit has to go to the city, their fans, some former players. How about the mayor of Sacramento, former NBA All-Star Kevin Johnson?
And Cousins gets it to go.
Right on. The money with that assist, guys. Great entry pass.
Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, let's just hope it's a bump or a bruise and that he's back out on the floor soon.
You know, Steve, just one of those things. It does happen in the course of battle. We'll see.
Reggie Williams, he's checked in for Darrell Wright. Here's Curry. He's got 15. Yeah, Kevin Johnson, you're right. Clark, he was a terrific leader in the NBA. He's been a terrific leader in Northern California. Steve, if there's one guy that can push this through, it's probably KJ.
Yeah, they still need a long-term stadium solution, Kevin, in Sacramento, but give Kevin Johnson credit, and also the Sacramento Kings organization for figuring out a way to keep them in the city. For the time being, and let's hope they can find a long-term solution.
Look at that dime. On time and on target.
Pulls up on the wing. Shots good by Ellis. Ellis has got 24 points. Timeout called by the Kings.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now. Boy, I tell you, Monte Ellis is so unbelievably quick. A great scorer, but tremendous athleticism, a huge part of his game as well.
Charlie Bell's checked in for Monte Ellis. Here's Evans. Pass to Cousins. Working on Williams. Open look. And the Kings check on two more. Well, a few years back, Ellis badly injured his ankle in a moped accident that we all read about, and there were some concerns whether it would slow him down. Steve, you see any change? Speed?
Not at all. Yeah, but I mean, he looks as athletic and as quick and strong as ever. And I think the big thing with Monte, he's really matured. He's developed a more professional approach to his job and his career, and he really works at it, his conditioning and his skill set. So he's become an excellent all-around player.
Taking a look at the Kings versus the Warriors, I mean, the two Northern California teams, Sacramento only about 2 hours away from Oakland, so you see a lot of rival fans anytime these teams hook up.
Here's Curry. He's got 17. Over Evans. Curry, good. Curry's got 19 points. Going back to the Kings and Warriors rivalry, right? Just a very short car ride between the two areas. Historically, not the most successful franchises, but they've each had their heyday. The Kings most recently, and that was back in the early 2000s with Peja Stojakovic and Chris Webber and Vlade Divac. Very exciting team.
Of course, the Kings never won a title, which the Warriors fans can lay claim to. That team won a title back in 1975 when Rick Barry led them to the NBA trophy.
Come on now, I didn't see... Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average, typical dunk.
Evans inside, guarded by Curry. The shot by Hickson, no good.
Well, they've built a big lead here so far, and a lot of it has to do with how well they've been rebounding.
Yeah, every time they make a stop, they're securing the rebound, and that's really allowed them to get out to this lead.
Here's Evans. Curry brings the double. Hickson a screen on Curry. Ball's knocked loose. Evans against Curry. Nice shot by Evans.
He took advantage of that pick, and he did the rest, knocking down the J.
On the left block, Indy, Lee drops it in. Lee's got 10 points in the game.
And he continues to rack up the numbers.
Guys, I tell you what, this is as well-rounded a game as you'll see.
Thornton, yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 18. Curry outside, that's good. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's been a big part of his team building this lead. Another solid offensive effort.
Thornton for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 4 assists in the game. And so here's Golden State. 22 is their biggest lead. Lets it go with the 3. Curry can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Kings. They trail by 18. Here's Evans. Back to Thornton. wide open. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Thornton's got 13 points in the second half. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one's on Evans.
Well, you know, when Tyreek Evans was drafted by the Kings in 2009, they promoted him as the point guard of the future, but I think people are starting to realize he's probably more of a shooting guard because of his scorer's mentality.
Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Garcia comes in for John Salmons. You know, when you talk about Evans at the shooting guard position, Clark, he's got the size, 6'6", and almost a 7-foot arm span.
Oh, and he is so strong. You know, I think, especially for a player of his age, in certain matchups, he's a guy you can maybe play at the small forward spot, but I think he's got to have the ball in his hands. And he's not a bad playmaker, but his strength is certainly his scoring ability.
And 3 the other way.
Back and forth we go, neither side giving an inch.
He feeds it to Cousins. And the officials call the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I think he just lost track of the situation.
Ball stolen.
Fantastic steal. He knew exactly when to jump into that passing line. Well done.
Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
From deep. And misses. One hit gone in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark. Doris, take it away.
Hey guys, well, it was the stretch by the Warriors that garnished the Sprite Spark today. Their advantage was built through their defense, namely that great second quarter when nothing got by them. They parlayed that great run into the lead they now have. Can they keep it? We'll see.
Terrific stuff, Doris. Thank you. That was quite a run they had, Clark.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kevin, scoring bursts like that often tell the story, really. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
That's been the case today. I mean, that's what you have to point to, I think, is the defining moment in this ballgame.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Al Horton, AC Laws out there with Williams, and Judo, and it's Atkinson at the 5 down low.
He'll usually knock that shot down.
He sure will, but that's one he couldn't pass up.
Fires it up. A terrific shot on turnaround.
The turnaround jumper, that was a thing of beauty.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Stephen, you love great teamwork.
It's so much fun to watch because the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game. It just happens. The ball moves almost on its own. Yeah, but it's fun to watch.
And stolen by Garcia. Here's Cousins.
That's one nice jam right there. I mean, make no mistake, just slow it down with both hands.
Took care of business and simply solidly. Warriors leading by 18. Three-pointer. Good on the shot. Here's Garcia. Into Jason Thompson. One hand.
making a pass to a spot, and then he had his teammate run right into it. Well executed. Look at the turnover situation we have. Just a handful, when you take care of the ball like that can help you build a lead.
Left side, Williams. Takes a three. No good. The King trailed by 19. And stolen by Williams. And around the plate. Got it, Garcia. And stolen by Garcia. Here's Cousins. Can't get it to go. Warriors take it the other way. 22 lead. There's Williams, the three. That's good. Here's Jeter. Outside ball by Sacramento.
You gotta keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal. They might be they just keep exactly well at home.
Sacramento back in some changes. J.J. Higgins, Doug Cousins. Front comes on contact Green. And back together to successfully Curry with the yo-yo. The official call, maybe a 8-point play. Now.
I know the big with one hand, face. Great job of being aggressive. They take you It's easy to take back to Sacramento. Time changed. Sacramento down front. Trying to turn things around. One way to do that is take care of your home floor. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what has he's had?
Right another double team. It up. So it's a shot from 2-3 for the contact right there. It's going to be unbelievably.
I think a lot of pressure was on J.J. Higgins and the young forward Kings after the departure of LeBron James. He had mixed results. This guy has tremendous potential going forward.
Going back to J.J. Higgins, he had George of the season. Really not had any difference. Speed offense will floor.
There, J.J. at times struggled on that last. He lost attention defensively at times and really trying to lay the groundwork and really game. What he makes is a full player.
DeMarcus Cousins just checked in for the Kings. J.J. Jeter comes in for Francisco Garcia. Here's Jeter. Got Cousins. Right there. Cousins goes to Jeter. Back to Cousins. One's on the double team. Launches a three. And Evans missing.
This is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
Guys, the plus 8 rebounding, I don't think it'll tell the whole story. I mean, they've been on more efficient team from the outset. That's been the difference. That's physicality.
Now here's Curry. Curry with the steal. The lead takes the Ellis. And it's Ellis finishing it off. Now let's take a look at it once again. The spikes land in.
Nice offensive play there. And so this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
And this past offseason, Monte Ellis made an effort to put more muscle on. He plays in a small backcourt with Steph Curry and Golden State. So he's pretty frequently asked to guard bigger and stronger players.
Off to the races, just really getting up and down the floor. Not much defense could do there, guys, but let them go.
Evans outside. Here's Hickson. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Hickson's got 4 points in the quarter. And for Ellis, adding some strength could really help. You think back to a player like Clark Joe Dumars, a capable defender, 6'3". He didn't get overpowered very often.
Well, Joe was really effective, especially through his hips and thighs. Knew how to use that. Upper body was strong as well. And Monte Ellis, with his great athleticism, if he recognizes he needs to get stronger, then he will, and he'll be more effective, particularly at the defensive end. Offensively, there's a lot to handle right now.
Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
That's a dagger. That will probably finish this game.
Yeah, it's over, Steve. Convincing closeout.
Could give no time off on that one.
I mean, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
So it's Sacramento now. Uncovered, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
Ellis outside, and another three for Golden State.
Looks like it's over. Double-digit margin, clock running down. Just take care of the ball now.
Yep, it's a simple equation. This one's over. Use the clock and take care of the orange.
Here's Cousins. There's the block, and we'll go the other way. Some changes for Golden State. Here's Law. Puts up a three. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting frustrated defensively out here. All these three-pointers falling.
Yeah, Steve, they're ready to throw their hands up. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the floor and shoot the three the way they've done here in the second half, it's really hard to defend.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.